we have ourselves a massive game number 6 that we need to break down. Pacers, Thunder, currently 6.5-point road favorites. Total on this game is 222. Again, I just have to fade what we're going to be able to get out of Tyrese Halliburton moving forward. His over-under in terms of his player prop is 13.5. With regards to points, just have to go under. Like, what are we going to be able to get out of him is a massive question mark. Did not look good a few nights ago, and certainly it helps that you get a little bit of a extra one-day rest in between these NBA Finals games, unlike what you get in a lot of other series, but I just don't know what that recovery is going to be. It's a lower body injury that I think is going to be hampering him quite a bit, so I do look at this scenario here, and I just can't look anywhere other than the under. Like, is there a possibility that he's at 100% and he's able to look like Superman? Sure, there is. I think that the possibility of him being much less than 100% is far greater than that. So certainly a spot where I'm going to be looking at the under on his prop. Now, I take a look at just in general with regards to this game, and it's going to be one that I live bet because I've just noticed this with Indiana Pacers games all postseason long. Just betting the team that was down going into the fourth quarter has proved to be very, very fruitful for you. And I do think that we could once again get some in-game betting value as well. Because again, we don't know if Tyrese Halliburton is going to be 100%. And if Tyrese Halliburton isn't 100%, which I fully anticipate that he's not going to be 100%, who is going to be stepping up for them? What is going to be the dynamic of this game? Are the Pacers going to be looking to slow down? Are they going to be going a little bit more guard heavy? That is CBD, but what I did like from the OKC Thunder in game number 5, they got back to their roots. They put Isaiah Hartenstein back in the starting lineup. I thought that was absolutely massive, and right now you're seeing his player prop for his rebounds at a 6.5. I'm going to be willing to take a shot to the over. Recognize that he only played 21 minutes in game number 5. I expect him to have a little bit more of a, shall we say, a presence in this game. I think that he's going to be seeing a few more minutes, and because Halliburton is banged up, I do think that there's going to be more of an allocation of resources to being able to bottle up things down low, not let guys like Miles Turner and company be able to bust out. So that is going to be one that I'm taking a look at as well. And then if I'm looking at it over, Andrew Nembhard, we're seeing his player prop at 11.5 in terms of points. He's going to have the ball in his hands quite a bit more with Tyrese Halliburton dealing with the injury, and I think that he's going to be able to bust out and he's going to be able to have a relatively solid game. Recognize that during the regular season, wasn't necessarily shooting at the world's greatest from three-point range, and it's been a little bit more Aaron Nesmith, who's really been that sharpshooter from three-point range, but I certainly do think that he's going to be able to be a little bit more of a facilitator. I think that he's going to have a bigger, shall we say, role with this offense, and with having that bigger role, I think that he's going to need to step up, drive it to the hole a little bit more. So I do like his player prop over in terms of Andrew Nembhard. That's what we're all taking a look at with regards to the finals game. Now we need to get you guys some baseball picks, as we've got 16 games in total, and all of our best bets here at VSiN, they are brought to you by GBank. GBank is introducing the $500 trifecta. That's where GBank, VSiN, and First Bet are all coming together. All you need to do is open up a GBank Visa signature card in the first 90 days, deposit and play through $1,000 over at First Bet to trigger this $500 trifecta. You'll receive $200 in cashback rewards on your GBank Visa signature card. First Bet will be giving you a $100 deposit match, and then VSiN completes the trifecta with a free VSiN subscription all the way through October 31st. That's a $200 value, and that is the $500 trifecta from GBank, First Bank, and VSiN. Head over to vsin.com/GBank. That is VSIN.com/GBank. This is a one-time promotion that is limited to customers opening up a new account. In response to this offer, this will not apply to requests to convert existing accounts. Apply today. Terms and conditions, they do apply. How about if we dive in on what we've got in terms of a massive card in baseball? Maybe I'm a schmuck for this, but we've got the Colorado Rockies who have now won 4 straight road games. I just can't buy into them being able to make it number 5. Trevor Williams is a pitcher for the Washington Nationals that is doing for a lot of positivity. Has a 5.71 ERA. Fielding opponent, though, is a sub-385. He's been keeping the ball in the yard, giving up about a home run per 9 innings, less than 2.5 walks per 9. And I will say, on the flip side, with the Colorado Rockies, well, Chase Dollander 2.3 home runs allowed per 9 innings, 4.4 walks per 9 as well. He has been much better on the road this year. Sub 4.50 ERA on the road. At home, he's giving up north of 3 home runs per 9 innings. Road, less than 1.5 home runs per 9 innings. So I see this total of 9.5, especially with the Colorado Rockies, despite their recent outbursts, being dead last in the big leagues in terms of runs per game away from home, averaging in that neighborhood about 2.7 runs per game. Lowest on-base percentage away from home. That total is just too high, especially with this being an early day game and a getaway day as well. I do think that you get a little bit of a lower scoring game. If you guys are probably going to get the day off. We did see Hunter Goodman get the day off for Colorado on Wednesday. Should be back in the lineup on Thursday, but even with that, I do like the under. And with Washington Nationals, nice plus number here on the run line, about plus 125, plus 130. I'm going to be willing to dive in there. This is just a low total that I need to take a look at the over on. You've got the Philadelphia Phillies on the road against the Miami Marlins. One, Edward Cabrera's on the bump for the Fish, and you've got Christopher Sanchez going for the Phillies. This total is 7.5, and Sanchez has been good. Like, he's been able to give you a sub 3.25 ERA, fielding independent, right on par with that. He is getting 10 strikeouts per 9 innings, but for Edward Cabrera, I don't know if Edward Cabrera knows where the ball is going to be going, as he gives up quite a few walks, just under 4 walks per 9 innings, which is actually good for his standards, by the way, which that shows you just how out of control his style is. But again, comes back to one of my big themes, bullpen pitching. The bullpen pitching for both of these teams has been not good, to say the least. Entering in the day on Wednesday, Miami Marlins, 23rd in the big leagues in terms of bullpen ERA. Philadelphia Phillies, number 24 in the big leagues in bullpen ERA. Other than Orion Kerkering for the Philadelphia Phillies, really nobody's stepping up in this bullpen, especially after Jose Alvarado. You got Bob for 80 games for taking weight loss supplements. Well, his wallet is going to be much, much lighter after that. And for the Miami Marlins, you've had Ronnie Enriquez be relatively solid. He's been able to give you sub 3 ERA. Anthony Bender has been okay as well, but these long relievers just have not been able to cut it for the team. They've had a lot of injuries throughout the season with that bullpen as well. And for the Miami Marlins, even though they don't necessarily have a lot of power, you do have guys that are able to play good station-to-station baseball. Xavier Edwards has been able to step up for them. He's been giving you north of 360 on base. Even someone like an Eric Wagaman, when he's been out there, he's been able to find a way to move the line. Kyle Stowers, main guy in terms of your power with 10 home runs. He's been stuck on 10 home runs for quite a while, but that said, I do think that this Miami Marlins team generates a few runs on the Philadelphia Phillies, and certainly with the Phillies. You got a guy by the name of Kyle Schwarber doing some amazing things, give you north of 20 home runs. Again, you don't necessarily have a ton of power outside of Schwarber. Nobody else is giving you a double-figure amount of bombs, but lots of guys, they're able to find a way to be able to move the line and get on base. So do like the over in this spot. And with the Philadelphia Phillies, you're finding that even money run line out there. I was willing to go up to about a minus 110. So I do like that run line as well. And then we're going to give you guys a plus money pick, and we're going to stay out there in the NL East. It's the Mets and the Braves. Spencer Strider is on the bump for the Braves. Clay Holmes goes for the Mets. Mets in that neighborhood about plus 110, plus 115. Total on this game, you're going to be getting it at an 8.5, and I actually do like the over. Spencer Strider looked amazing in his last start against the Colorado Rockies. Completely mowed them down for 13 strikeouts, kept it scoreless. Team is 1-5 in his starts this far this season. Other than that one start against the Colorado Rockies at home, they just have not looked like him. He just has not looked like himself, and Clay Holmes doing a good job inducing soft contact. Might see a little bit of regression here. And for the Atlanta Braves, Ronald Acuna Jr. really stepping up for this team. I believe he's up to 9 home runs already in his small sample size. He has been incredible. This Braves team, if you look at the season-long numbers, they're a very league average offense, but they have been upgraded with Acuna. But the New York Mets, top 5 team in terms of bullpen ERA. I've got faith that the Mets bullpen going to be able to lock it down and get the job done. I do like the Mets on the money line. I like that 8.5 over.